Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. You can find out more about me using the links below, and you can definitely follow along on Facebook and Instagram as well. So I know it's been a minute since I put up a video, and I thought today I would do a catch-up kind of video for you guys. I'm going to be answering some of your questions that came through on Instagram that some of them didn't surprise me, some of them did, and just kind of like bring you up to speed where we're at now and how things are going and what's happening. So I hope you enjoy. Get a cup of coffee, that's what I'm drinking, it's early still, or a cup of tea or some water, and settle in. Let's get started. Okay, so I posted a few days ago a picture of me working from home on Instagram and explained that I am now working from home, and so many of your questions were directed at that. So I'm just going to do kind of a quick run through of everything going on, and hopefully with that, I mean, I can read some of the questions, but are you working the same job from home, or is it a new one? Can you please be more specific on your job? What kind of work are you doing? So I feel like you guys just need to know what's going on, right? So I put up a video about AJ a while ago, and I just didn't like the response that video generated, so I took it down. It just bothers me when it's about my kids more than it does when it's about me. But AJ has many appointments right now, and trying to find the flexibility to be able to take him to those, even with the kids helping and Ryan helping, it's just a lot. I am amazed at how many appointments he has. So I'll break it down real quick for you. Every Tuesday he has physical therapy. Every Friday he has occupational therapy. Fridays include speech as well, and it just is an extended appointment. And there's still 2 more appointments that we haven't got completely set up that will be added to the weekly calendar. So having to miss a lot was just not easy with my job, and we just came to an understanding that it just wasn't working out. It was sad. I enjoyed every single person I worked with, from Misty to the gentleman I worked with to the owner. Everyone was super nice to me, and I have no regrets about it. They did throw me into quite a bit of accounting, and that was difficult for me, but I kind of struggled through. But there's so many things going on that I have to figure out a way to work with that. And not many jobs really want you taking off that much. So the answer to your question is, or questions is, no, it's not the same job. So right now I'm in between 2 jobs, and I believe I'll probably do them both at first. One job is going back to UPS, doing the HR onboarding kind of job, and that will be no problem. I've done it before. I liked it. Pays really, really well, and they usually are very flexible with appointments. Now, if I have something going on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you can see where the problem will come in. I'm working my schedule out with UPS right now, and that job should start within a week or 2. Another job that I'm very interested in, have not started, but I've done all the background stuff and all the onboarding and all the paperwork, is a work from home job for the Kansas State Unemployment. So there's going to be 3 weeks of training, and I am anxious to start that. So that's going to start a little later in June, and that will definitely be hopefully more flexible with the hours. Now, I don't need days off during the week. I just need little gaps of time. So I'm hoping that that will work out perfectly for us. And I think working from home will be a nice change. But I'm still like looking and trying to figure something out. I was going to go back to serving in the mornings so I could get AJ to all of his appointments. It's just like difficult, and I'm just trying to work out the entire schedule. So another question I got, which I don't even have to look at my phone for, is why is AJ in daycare opposed to being home with me? Well, number one, when your job is searching, it's kind of hard to do it when you're chasing after a toddler. There are assessments on Indeed. There are phone calls. Today I had to go do bios for UPS and take my license and my social security card, all that good stuff. Like, I really appreciate his daycare. I think they earn every single penny of their money, and I feel like it's important for him, number one, to stay in his routine, and I think it's important for him to be around children his own age. It is preschool as well, so I just find it so important. And yes, I know it sounds silly to pay as much as we pay for AJ's daycare, but and I don't get any assistance with daycare. I've gotten asked that. Ryan is my assistant with daycare. But I just feel like it was the best decision for AJ and myself. And if I am working from home, you know, I can't be chasing AJ and trying to help people get their unemployment filed. I just won't be able to do that. So, daycare is important, and I'm very grateful to them, and he's gonna stay where he's at. And it was hard. Like, if I took him out, by the way, just to have him home with me until I do find employment, it's hard getting them back in. His daycare is not taking anybody right now. I don't want to pull him out and have to worry about where he's going to go, if he's going to be safe at this daycare or that daycare. I know he's safe where he's at, and I think it's the best decision for AJ and our family. The majority of other questions, I don't know about the majority, but a lot of the other questions were about my relationship with Ryan. Do I still have a relationship with Ryan's family? Yes. I mean, I love Ryan's dad. He is a sweetheart. I love Ryan's sister. Some of Ryan's family, I definitely have a relationship. Mackenzie, yes. And let's see. I know there's more about Ryan. Let me just get to them all. What was your final breaking point with AJ's dad? Hopefully you stay away for good. My breaking point with Ryan is and was his drinking. Ryan is so thoughtful and kind and helpful and funny whenever he is sober, but in times where he is not sober, I can't deal with it. So I don't want any of that around AJ. I don't want any of that around me. Ryan is still a very much loved member of our family. He's always going to be. He is AJ's father. He contributes a lot financially to AJ and I. He has helped when I needed help. He covers a lot of AJ's expenses. And we still are going to do stuff as a family. You're going to see him from time to time. But I would really like him to go get some help for the drinking. And I don't think he really feels the same way. So that's it. Let's see. Are you planning on growing your hair out? Well, maybe. I got this little bob right now. Laura does my hair for me. And I'm just kind of growing it out. At the back is down. And we're just going to kind of just keep growing it out at one length. And I don't know how long I will let it go. But, yeah. So, I like it. It's easy to take care of. It does get in my eyes from time to time. I've braided it. I've used, like, barrettes and just pinned it back. Hairspray. But I'm home today. I know you guys get annoyed with me touching my hair. Sorry. Here's a good one. Why are my pupils so small in photos? You look great, though. So, I know where this comment kind of filtered in from. And people assume that my pupils are small. So, I'm going to come into the camera and let you see my eyes. This is my normal look. And if you go to, like, Snapchat, And let's find a filter real quick. Let me find one that I use a lot. Naomi, that's the filter I use. So let's take a picture. I don't know if it's gonna focus. It does it on its own. It's called a filter. So I don't do drugs. I have no issues with drug abuse, with drinking. I would never do anything that would alter my state of mind where I couldn't look after my children or my work or anything else. I get so annoyed by that. It's called a filter. They change your appearance somewhat, even with your eyes. And I'm sorry if you're offended. That definitely is not my intention. So let's abandon that photo and let's go to the next question. And I pretty much can group these questions together. Let's see, why do you let the haters stop you from sharing videos? Well, sometimes it's really annoying to put everything into a video and be so happy about whatever you're talking about, only for them to dissect it, to rip it apart, to make it something it's not, to make it dirty, to make it bad, to make me out to be the worst parent, the biggest piece of trash out there. And I do my best to stay away from that. But at the same time, it is very annoying. And if I stay away from it and I don't respond, you have a few like right there who asked about my pupils. You have a few that filter through in comments and emails in weird ways. And it just wears you out sometimes. How are the cats? I miss seeing Romeo. They're around, they're doing good. Romeo is undoubtedly sleeping somewhere. How are you and Ryan doing? It's day by day. I would say we're doing a little bit better. Coke or Pepsi? I guess, I explained this already, but Coke has less calories, and sometimes I allow myself to have like 1 Coke a day. Are you planning on doing an update on AJ's condition and progress? I did that update a month ago, and I've debated making it public again, but the reason I don't is, like I said, they dissect it. So I just want to get a few things out of the way. I have no CPS case going on. Anybody's welcome to try to verify that in any way they want. The people that I described just a little bit ago did make a report to CPS about a bunch of stuff, about Ryan being a junkie, about AJ's needs not being met. They came, did their little investigation, closed it. It's over, it's done. The reason that AJ is getting therapies now opposed to earlier, AJ's been at the same pediatric doctor's office since he was born. They started seeing him from 3 days on. So all the way up to the appointment a couple months ago, there really wasn't much they felt was, they felt he was meeting all of his milestones. And it really wasn't until his 3-year-old child checkup that, number one, we had a different doctor. And because there's like 5 of them that practice, and he sees all of them. That the doctor read, where I had filled out on the paperwork, because they make you fill stuff out about, if your child's done this or that. And AJ was behind. And so from there, I voiced concerns that I've read online and maybe a few things I've noticed myself. That doctor finally sent us to the developmental pediatrician out of Riley's Hospital in Indianapolis. So it wasn't like, what's making Kisha do this? It's his doctors. And I don't think people understand that, I trust the doctors. If they tell me that my son is okay, unless I really see something I'm not going to act like I know more than them, because I don't. And I'm sure people will dissect this video, but if they would have recommended anything earlier, I would have happily done it. So this doctor recommended the developmental pediatrician from Riley Hospital, which is about an hour and a half away. And when we did a Zoom with them, they went over their findings and, you know, put in line the therapies that they think AJ needs to be evaluated for. He's done all of his evaluations except one that we're still trying to get scheduled. And I'm proud of him, and all I want is for him to be on track when he starts kindergarten, and that's our goals. So he gets no disability. He has a speech delay. He is delayed a little bit in his occupational or in his fine motor skills, which is what occupational therapy is for. When we were in the physical therapy evaluation, you know, she stretched him out and she looked him over, and she said she would continue to evaluate him every single therapy session. She saw nothing of nothing that stood out that said it was neurological or this or that. But she said his core needed to be strengthened up, and a few other minor things, but she wasn't overly concerned. He doesn't have cerebral palsy or anything like that. So unless they determine that later, but as of right now, AJ is just a happy, healthy little boy, and I'm very happy that he is getting some of the therapies. As for the update, I don't know. That might just be your update. We'll see. You know, I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm not scared to discuss it. I just hate people tearing him apart and putting misdiagnosis on a 3-year-old. And even though their opinions really don't matter, it just, I don't know, it just is annoying sometimes. So let's go on. Let me find some more questions here. Can I please film a what's cooking our daily meals again? Those are my absolute favorite. Maybe. Truth is, like, a lot of nights it's either repeats of recipes I've already shared, or it's takeout, or it's just a frozen pizza, or it's egg salad. Like, I don't enjoy cooking that much. I'm trying to do it a little bit more. Last night we had spaghetti, and our weekly meals are very strange. Sometimes it's breakfast, but maybe. Great to hear on a new job. What kind of work? I've already explained that. Ever collaborated with any other YouTube? Would you ever, and what kind of video, if yes? I have, many years ago. I can't remember exactly, but I know I have. And sure, I'd collaborate in a, I don't know what kind of video. There's a lot of different videos I would collab on daily habits, on fun stuff to do with the kids. Yeah, I don't mind. We're all here to support each other, and that's the main thing. This one asked if Lacey, which is my sister, and I are getting along. Yes, we're getting along much better. She's having a wedding with no children, or no children at the reception or something. I'm not sure if I'm going to the wedding. It's down, I think she said Miami. I'm not sure. I should know that, but I don't. I'm not sure if I'm going to that because, number one, I have never been away from AJ even for one night. So I can't imagine leaving him for a week. Well, that's the only part of it, because after the wedding there's a family cruise, and my mom's tried to talk me into going with AJ on that. You know, many of us have to work, you know, like, I don't know. But the wedding, I think there will be kids in. The reception, there's not. And then I'm not 100% sure how she felt about kids going on the cruise. To be honest, I probably want to ask her opinion on that. She doesn't own the cruise line, and we wouldn't be in the same room. But I do respect that it's like an adult reception and stuff. I just feel like it's probably going to be harder for me to go. I think Brittany's going to go. I'm just not sure. So, but yes, we are definitely getting along better. She got her wedding gowns, and I know she's very excited. Let's see. What is going on with the kids? How's Jackson doing in school? I think I've voiced my concerns about Jackson. He is a senior, and he's one of these boys that just don't give a damn about school. I think he's going to get through his senior year. You know, I've had a lot of people be like, why haven't you helped him? His father and I, have helped him in every way possible. I'm more than willing to get him tutors to sit down and help him, to help him find better study habits, all of it. But they're teenagers. Teenagers don't want the help of their family all the time. So he is doing better and getting back on track. Are you still not drinking sodas? So like I explained, I have done so well. I've lost 9 pounds. I am in shock about it, but I can feel it in a lot of my pants when I'm not wearing like yoga pants. So I do allow myself a coffee, and this is a big one. This is 24 ounces. And it's the only coffee I'll have all day. And then I will drink water. And sometimes, like, when I say a Coke, I don't even mean a can of Coke. I mean like a half a can of Coke. I will allow myself to have that. I dealt with some headaches. I'm still dealing with headaches sometimes in the evenings, and I think that is just learning to live without caffeine. But I've been drinking a lot of water, and I'm starting to like it better. Let's see. Some of these cut off in this, and when I took the pictures. Many of you said no questions. I'm just happy you and AJ are well, and AJ is so good. No questions, just miss your vlogs. Are you going to film more? Yes, I'm going to try to. I wanted to before, but again, I have other responsibilities. I was working outside the home, trying to take care of the home, trying to take care of AJ, trying to get through all of my appointments and AJ's appointments. So yes, I'm definitely going to film more. Many of you had questions about dental stuff. So, first off, I understand how uncomfortable it is for people to discuss it. I understand when your teeth are not healthy, you don't want to smile as much, you might be in pain, and sometimes looking at other people's journeys and what they've done and how they live with it, I understand that's all very interesting maybe and helpful. But for me, I think I've already explained it, and I'm just going to explain it really fast one more time. The top teeth, these are fake. It is what it is. I'm 45 years old. They needed to be redone. I've had fake teeth for a while. I'm not ashamed of it. Doesn't make me a bad person. And some of my bottom teeth are not healthy. You guys have noticed that. So hopefully in the coming weeks I can take care of that issue. I've already had the moldings. I already have the fittings done. The teeth have been done. What I need to do is have some extractions and have some magnets basically put into my gums. I'm very nervous about it. I've heard a lot about how bottom teeth basically float. Implants are outrageously expensive here in the US, and I'm not going to budget for that. But The magnets, I had to pay a little bit extra for because my insurance didn't cover that, but I saved up through my work, paid ahead on that, and I just need to go get the work done. So one thing about wearing masks right now, which actually are some other questions that I'm kind of rolling into, it's going to be nice if I have any swelling, but I want to be able to get back up on camera and talk. So I just really need to allow myself to heal and kind of get used to it. So that's coming up in the future as well. But again, I've been dealing so much with AJ's appointments and stuff. Things for me kind of just get put on the back shelf because, you know, I need to make sure that the kids are okay. Brittany's okay. She's taking off classes, you know, for the summer. So she is basically just working and enjoying a summer stress-free of school. And you know, she's got things going on with Jackson and AJ. They always just seem to take precedent. I've got questions about being vaccinated, about wearing masks. Do I make AJ wear a mask? So how I feel about it is this, is yes, I got vaccinated. I shared that photo on Instagram. I guess since I share them on stories a lot, some of you guys are missing them. Stories only stay live for 24 hours. But yes, I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the one shot. I had a headache and a sore arm, and that was it. I didn't get nervous when they pulled it or anything like that. I was thankful that I got it. I'm still thankful I got it. I like the idea of one shot. Maybe they'll change it to 2 shots. You never know what people are going to do or the changes that are going to be made. As for the mask, here in Indiana, you're not required to wear a mask if you're fully vaccinated, but I don't really agree with that because you don't really know who's fully vaccinated. It's not like, you know, we can ask everybody for the vaccination card. So I do wear my mask still. AJ wears his mask about 75% of the time while we're out and about because he has not been vaccinated, and I just want to be safe. I'm not against wearing masks. I think they're good. I understand we're all ready to get back to our lives. I don't wear a mask outside, especially like when we're hiking or anything like that. But yeah, I still wear a mask to the grocery store, and I don't regret it at all. Let's see some of your other questions. I get questions all the time about things that people read online. Some of it's just disgusting. People have asked why Brittany dresses the way Brittany dresses. Brittany is 20 years old almost, and while I don't agree with every piece of clothing she wears, you know, she's cute. She wants to show it off. I try to make sure she doesn't look too bad when walking out the house, but Brittany is so much more than her clothes. I've gotten asked a lot about routines and how I'm staying in routine, not working, and if I miss working. Well, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm still getting up and I'm still taking AJ to daycare. I've just switched up the routine a little bit, but we're really still staying on target. AJ was going to bed like at 8 p.m., but I realized this past week he just hasn't been getting enough sleep. He's been grumpy. So we started a new bedtime around 7 to 7:30, and it seems to be working like a charm. I am huge on routines. They really help, and maybe I'll film it for you, maybe I won't, I don't know. But yes, I am still sticking to my daily routines for the most part. I got some questions about our washer and dryer. How am I liking it? I like it a lot. The only complaint I have is, it was my fault really. When I was shopping, I opened it up and I'm looking, I think they look so nice. What I did not do is act like I was getting clothes out of the washer. because I have to be on my absolute tippy toes to reach the very bottom. It's hard. So I have a little step stool in there and it helps me, but it's a short person problem. A few of you asked about the online dating thing. Well, yeah, that went to hell and I'm just not doing it. Yeah, nope, no. It was weird, and it was not an experience I really want to talk about again. So no, I will not. I never met anybody. I never went out on dates or anything. I had some pretty harmless conversations, and again, it just was not good. So no, I think most of the time what I'm finding are meth heads, pedophiles, liars, and I'm not doing it. So no, it's just not for me. Would I like to date? Maybe. But you know, I feel like my hands are quite full and my life is not, you know, does not need to be based on dating. It's fun, and sometimes having adult conversations when you've dealt with a kid all day and you've been home are nice to have, but it's just not working for me. So a couple other questions I got were about the brain supplements that I shared. Again, I think it was Insta stories, and you guys asked if they're working. Am I still using them? This one I use more during the day. This is my second bottle of brain support. I use it during the day because it has caffeine in it. The pills that I take, yes, I still use those as well. I think it's going to take a long time of using them to figure out why, or to figure out if they're helping and why. I've gotten asked about Advil PM. Why do I take it? I take it because my body aches and I want to get some sleep. A lot of times I take melatonin on top of that. I've always had sleep issues, so yeah, it's just part of it. So that is pretty much it on the questions that I'm going to answer today. I love sharing with you guys. I've always loved sharing. I just sometimes get so sick of how negative it can be. And I wish we were more supportive of each other and thought about some of the things we've said and try to find other ways of communication. Like in my life, Laura and Abby are so important. And I even read that, you know, where's your little village of women? Scott's dumb sister put that dumb shit on the hate website. Well, my village of women have jobs as well, and they have their own kids. And so, sure, I'm sure Laura would help me in any situation. She's the kindest person that I know. But it's not fair for me to take time away from her getting paid or time away from her children, because she's not been seeing them as much. She's been working a lot of hours. So, you know, in all honesty, my village is still here and they're still very supportive. Abby is working from home and she's got 2 kids and a husband, and it's not always easy. I wish my mom was closer, where she could help, but my village is strong and they support me and they support my family. And you know, Brittany's able to help with some of the stuff, so I do have support. And it's important to me to keep those relationships healthy. Abby and Laura and I get along so well, and sometimes when I've let some of the negative crap that I've read get into my head, Laura is the first person to remind me of kindness, of, you know, looking past some of that stuff, staying focused. And I love my support system. I love it. And I'm not always comfortable talking to like my mom or other people in my family. I don't know why. I guess maybe trust issues. But I can always talk to Abby and I can always talk to Laura about what's going on in my head and my heart. And They are some of the most supportive, loving friends anybody could ask for. I feel like in the coming weeks, in the coming days, there's definitely going to be some changes. And I'm sure you'll see some more videos I want to record for you. I have busy mornings a lot of times. I'm on the computer. I'm doing a lot of different stuff. But I hope to maybe get somewhat of a schedule. What I'm scared of is getting a recording schedule going and then going back to work at UPS or doing the job from home and not having the time. So I don't want to promise that, but I am going to tell you I'm going to try and film more and share more and talk to you guys more, because you've been wonderful to me over the years. And I want your opinion about AJ's last video. Should it go back up? Do you think it's helpful? Maybe you guys haven't seen it. It's the one of AJ's update and all the different things that he has going on. Somebody defined it as steps in the CPS case. Okay. I'm 99% sure I put the documentation up in a video showing you that that bullshit call was found not substantiated, and there's no CPS case going on. Now, if one of the haters want to call, they'll come do their investigation. They can drug test me, they can drug test Ryan, check out my refrigerator, and look at my little boy. I've never shied away from anything on YouTube, because I think we can all learn from each other. But when I read some of the stuff about that video, it just like made me so mad, because I was relieved to know that maybe something is not relieved to know something's going on with AJ, but relieved that someone actually heard us who is, you know, educated and knows what they're talking about. And I just felt like we were finally heard. So I felt relieved when I made that video, but after reading some of the comments and the mail regarding it, I just made it private. If you guys think that it's something that should be public, I'm more than willing to listen. I'm more than willing to put it back up so you guys can see. And then as AJ goes through those therapies that was discussed, I can let you know his updates. If that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. I'm working with a couple different companies right now in collaboration deals, and I'm so excited about that. So I'll be sharing a lot more about those with you. I do have some closets that need to be cleaned out. It seems like every few months, no matter what organization system that I pick and put in place, it never lasts. So I have a few closets that I need to clean out. I'm going to be sharing that with you. And we're just going to kind of go through life together again. I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to get subscribed, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.